Join and play today on Geforce Now. What is going on, everybody? It's another Thursday, which means it's another GFN Thursday, which means that there's another blog post that needs to be recapped. So let's get into that right now, you all. It's Project Storm. All right, it's Project Storm, and as you can see, we're live at 4K 60 FPS. And I'm going to be breaking down the latest from the Geforce Now camp, because this right here is the official blog, and I do have a link in the description below for this, as well as the updates and release highlights page, which you can find right here, with all information on the latest updates that comes to Geforce Now each and every week, or each and every time, okay? Also, there's a link for Nvidia customer care. If you ever have any questions or concerns, or if you get stuck, or if you're frustrated, don't throw your controller across the room. Reach out for support. And I do have a link for you down there as well in the description section. Now, I want to apologize because last week I couldn't bring you all the breakdown, and I know some of you missed it, but I'm back this week. And what we're about to do right now is we're going to go back 3 weeks to remind you all that you can go hands-on with Logitech G Cloud, because it's launched with full support for Geforce Now. Now, if that's not enough for you, then 2 weeks ago, we were all reminded that all this and more are yours with exclusive Genshin Impact Geforce Now membership rewards, right? And if that wasn't enough, last week, we were told that you can fall into October with 25 new games streaming on Geforce Now. And I'm going to put this in parentheses, at up to 4K 60 FPS using the RTX 3080 tier. For more information on the RTX 3080 tier, as well as the priority tier and the free tier, I have a link for you as well. And you guessed it, is in the description section below. But moving on to today's news, all right? It says here, Geforce Now streams high-res, 120 frames per second PC gaming to world's first cloud gaming Chromebooks. I'm just gonna let you all think on that one for a second before I shout out the Geforce Now community, the amazing community it is. So guys, if you're interested, come on over. There's room for all gamers, okay? Now, have you thought about this right here yet? 120 frames per second PC gaming to world's first cloud gaming Chromebooks. Now, I can tell you why that excites me, right? Even though I don't own a Chromebook, but this right here is the Chrome browser, and I can also stream Geforce Now using the RTX 3080 tier, as you can see. Feels good to be a founder, but you don't need to be a founder to enjoy high levels of ultra low latency and the best performing games in the cloud. I said it. So here we go, guys. We're going to go back. We're going to stay on track because I have a tendency to get off track sometimes. And we're going to proceed. So it says here, plus stream the closed beta for Warhammer 40K Darktide, part of 11 new titles this week. Now we're going to shout out the GTC AI Developers Conference one more time. If you all missed it, that's okay, because you can check that out on demand. So check that out if you're interested. And right here it says high-end PC gaming arrives on more devices this GFN Thursday. Geforce Now RTX 3080 members can now stream their favorite PC games at up to 1600p. 1600p? And 120 frames per second in a Chrome browser. No downloads, no installs, just victory. Even better, Nvidia has worked with Google to support the newest Chromebooks, which are the first laptops custom built for cloud gaming with gorgeous 1600p resolution, 120 Hz plus displays. They come with a free 3-month Geforce Now RTX 3080 membership, the highest performance tier that Geforce Now offers. Guys, I'm telling you, the 3080 tier destroys everything else out there. I keep saying this. I mean, You can say what you want, but I'm telling you, my experience with the RTX 3080 tier is like playing on my local PC, which happens to contain an RTX 3080. Now, if that's not crazy enough, you just got to check it out. I don't know what else to say, guys. Check it out if you can. But either way, enjoy GeForce Now. But it says on top of these new ways to play, this GFN Thursday brings horrors of fun with 11 new titles streaming from the cloud, including the Warhammer 40K Darktide closed beta, available October 14th through the 16th. So if you're interested in that, guys, check it out. High performance PC gaming, now on Chromebooks. Google's newest Chromebooks are the first built for cloud gaming and include GeForce Now right out of the box. These new cloud gaming Chromebooks, now pay attention to these names because I think all of them are just absolute fire. The Acer Chromebook 516GE, the Asus Chromebook Vive CX55 Flip, and the Lenovo Idea Gaming Chromebook. They all have catchy names, I think. Says all include high refresh rate, high resolution displays, gaming keyboards, fast Wi-Fi 6 connectivity, and immersive audio. And with the GeForce Now RTX 3080 tier membership, gamers can instantly stream 1400 plus PC games from the GeForce Now library at up to 1600p at 120 frames per second. Now, I always like to highlight this when I go live, so you guys have to subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, or not. As long as you enjoy yourself, that's what it's ultimately about, right? But let me just go here and see if it's possible. Can I see the number of games right now that's available on GeForce Now? Yes, so right down here, you have all these different categories, and all games is what I want to click on. And right now we're looking at 1,434 games, and more are on the way, you all. So that number is accurate with 1,400 plus. And that's a lot of games because GeForce Now seems to be growing very, very fast, you all. The library, that is, and the technology. But it says that means Chromebook gamers can jump right into over 100 free-to-play titles, including major franchises like Fortnite, Genshin Impact, and League of Legends. RTX 3080 members can explore the worlds of Cyberpunk 2077, the game that I'm going to be playing for you all right here in the Chrome browser. I know it sounds crazy, right? But moving right along. And I think I just lost my place, you all. See, when I get excited like that, that's what happens, all right? So, continuing on, it says here, RTX 3080 members can explore the worlds of Cyberpunk 2077, Control, and more with RTX on, only through GeForce Now. Compete online with ultra low latency and other features perfect for playing. And guys, when they say ultra low latency, that's exactly what you're gonna feel. Granted, you have the right connection, like a consistent connection. Doesn't have to be the fastest. You don't need a gigabit like I have. You know what I mean? As long as your connection is stable, then you should be okay. And then it says here the GeForce Now app comes pre-installed on these cloud gaming Chromebooks, so users can jump straight into the gaming. Just tap, search, launch, and play. Plus, pin games from GeForce Now right to the app shelf to get back into them with just a click. For new and existing members, every cloud gaming Chromebook includes a free 3-month RTX 3080 membership through the Chromebook Perks program. Stop! Warhammer time! Now, I don't know who in the heck writes these, y'all, but I'm telling you that they just do a fantastic job. I tell you, every week, something's gonna grab your attention when you come over here. And this is why I read these live. I have so much fun doing so, you all, and I hope you can tell. It says here, Fat Shark leaps thousands of years into the future to bring gamers Warhammer 40K Darktide on Tuesday, November 30th. Gamers who pre-order on Steam can get an early taste of the game with a closed beta period running October 14th to the 16th. Moving right along, it says head to the industrial city of Tertium to combat the forces of chaos using Vermintide 2's loaded melee system and a range of deadly Warhammer 40k weapons. Personalize your playstyle with the character creation system and delve deep into the city to put a stop to the horrors that lurk. The fun doesn't stop there. Members can look forward to these new titles streaming this week. Now all those titles are up here ready to go. I like to give shout outs to the developers and publishers, as well as show you all what users think about these games on both Steam and the Epic Games Store, all right? But before we do that, we have to go down here because it says, finally, we have a question for you. We promise not to tattle. Let us know your answer on Twitter or in the comments below. So this is my go-to place right here, Twitter, you all. I follow Geforce Now on Twitter, and I'm always updated with the latest game announcements, latest partnerships, and things like that, you all. You don't want to miss out, all right? So follow them today at Nvidia GFN. But it says, be honest, how many times have you played games on GFN with Chrome browser in class or in a meeting? And that's a very good question, right? And my answer is never. But I have tried it at work before our tech department got word that I was playing Geforce Now, and then they kind of blocked it. So I can't do it anymore. But I can go up here and stream games right here in the browser, the Chrome browser or the Edge browser from Microsoft. But we're gonna go ahead and go up here, you all, to the first game so that I can play a little bit of Cyberpunk, show you all some ray tracing action being streamed to the browser. I can't wait to see how that performs because I do all of this live, you all, at 4K 60 FPS. And that is because I want to give you a real depiction of how things work on my desktop PC while I'm streaming these sessions to you all, as well as future sessions across many games on Geforce Now. First up, we have Asterigos, Curse of the Stars. All right, and it's always cool when you come to Steam, you can see the developers playing the games or whatever, so you can get a taste of what it looks like. Okay, mostly positive reviews overall. Released on October 11th, which was a couple days ago, 2022. Developed by Acme Game Studio, published by Tiny Build. All right, moving on, we have Kamiwaza, Way of the Thief. Positive reviews. Released on October 11, 2022. Developed by Acquire Core. Published by NIS America, Inc. Next up is Lego Brick Tales. All right. Positive reviews overall. Released on October 12, 2022. Developed by Clockstone. Published by Thunderful Publishing. Next up is Ozymandias, Bronze Age of Empires, y'all. Bronze Age Empire Sim. All right. This one right here released to very positive reviews on October 11, 2022. So all these games are fairly recent, or most of them are fairly recent. Developed by the Secret Games Company. Heck of a name, by the way. Published by Goblins Publishing and IndieArc. Next up, over on the Epic Games Store, we have PC Building Simulator 2. All right. You can see right here, 4.5 out of 5 stars. And it was developed by Spiral House Limited, published by Epic Games Publishing, released on October 12th, 2022. All right. Next, we have The Last Oracrew. Okay. Interesting looking characters and everything. And this game dropped to mixed reviews, released on October 13th, which is today, 2022, developed by Gold Knights, published by Prime Matter. And then we have here Rabbids Party of Legends. And you can find this over on the Ubisoft store. Shout out to Ubisoft for bringing some amazing games that can be streamed on Geforce Now. Believe me, I've streamed my share of them, you all. They're fantastic. Next up is The Darkest Tales. Mostly positive reviews, released on today, October 13, 2022. Developed by Trinity Team, published by 101XP. Next, we have Scorn, a game that I will be streaming hopefully tomorrow when I get home from work. This is one I've been looking forward to since I first saw it on Xbox, all right? Now, that one will drop tomorrow, October 14, 2022, developed by Ebb Software, published by Kepler Interactive. Next, Warhammer 40K Dark Tide. If you haven't played any games in this series, these games play amazingly well, especially on PC, you all. And there's always a community of players playing the game with you to make it a whole lot of fun. But this one we'll have to wait until next month because it drops on November 30th, 2022, developed and published by Fat Shark. Next up is Dual Universe. This one dropped to mixed reviews so far, released on September 27, 2022, developed and published by Nova Quark. And now it is time to go ahead and close out of the blog. Remember, you all, I have links to those, to the official blog, as well as the updates and release highlights page, and more. So check that out to make it easier for yourselves. Now we're gonna I'm gonna stop the music, let Mouse Pointer do its thing. Go ahead, Mouse Pointer, take care of that. Thank you very much. And then we're gonna go down and show you all how to first get the game if you've never claimed the game or purchased it. You can see right here we have GOG.com. That's available for you to click on in case you bought the game there. If you bought it over on the Epic Game Store, same thing, just a click of a button and you can start streaming instantly after purchasing the titles. Then on Steam, which is where I think I bought this, right? You can also hit the get button right here, and what it will do is take you over to Steam, and then you can put your information in and buy the game, and then you just come right back over. And then you can hit the play button. It's that simple. As you can see right here, RTX is gonna let you know which games have ray tracing support. And I can tell you, Cyberpunk 2077 is a very taxing game. I'm not gonna play that much of it, okay? But I am gonna give you a glimpse of how it runs in real time. Whatever happens, happens. As you can see, it doesn't take long because my rig is ready, and that's because I'm using the RTX 3080 tier, you all, so there's no wait. Just great gameplay. All right, so we're gonna hit this play button, and we're gonna boot up. So as you can see, it didn't take long at all. I forgot to show the settings and everything. That's gonna be in a future video because the wife just got home and I had to eat dinner and all that stuff, you all. And then this is gonna be more gaming time for me. I don't know what you all are gonna do, but I'm gonna get it in. All right. Now again, I remind you that this is in a browser, okay? And I always think I'm playing on Xbox or something on Game Pass, but what I need to do is hit Control+G to bring this overlay up. And it's more in depth on the PC app, the actual PC app, and I should show you all that. But right here, you can go in and find additional settings or whatever, like gameplay, to show you all what I'm streaming this at. As you can see here, the max bit rate is 75 megabits per second, 1440p, 120 frames per second. In-game graphic settings are on. So we're gonna pick up the controller right now. Instead of the mouse and keyboard, you can use either one. Okay, and we're gonna hit that B button to skip past this. Now again, Cyberpunk is one of these games that's very demanding, and that's exactly why I put an RTX 4090 on my wish list. So as soon as I can get my filthy paws on one of those, you'll be seeing RTX 4090 gameplay. But I'm not giving up on the 3080 tier gameplay on Geforce Now. I can promise you that. And one day, just one day, they will blow my mind and send me into cardiac arrest when they announce the 4080 or 4090 tier is available on Geforce Now. I can't wait. It's gonna blow my mind. One day, maybe it won't happen, but maybe it will. We won't find out until that day comes. So let me go ahead and stop right now before I get somebody super hyped like I am. All right, graphics. We're just gonna, let's see what we have it set to. We're not gonna do performance. We're gonna do at least balanced. We're gonna put that on balance right here. DLSS sharpness on 3. Dynamic resolution scaling. All these settings right here. And then you could turn on Fidelity FX Super Resolution or FSR 1.0. but we're going to use DLSS. And let's see what we have down here. Film grain, all of that stuff I turn off. Okay, we're going to keep it just like this. You all, ray tracing should be on. We're going to turn it all on though. And we're going to leave ray trace lighting. We're going to put it on ultra. Why not? And let's see what type of performance we get. So here we are. We're going to continue, and I won't have any idea what the button scheme is, you all, because I've been bouncing across so many games that I never remember the button schemes or control schemes when I bounce from game to game. So forgive me for that. But it only takes me about 15 to 20 minutes, and then I can jump right back into the action and memorize everything. So as you see up top right there, we're at 51 frames per second. Again, this is a very demanding game, which is why I'm so excited about the 4090, the actual 4090 card that dropped when? On, I want to say yesterday. So as soon as I can get my hands on one, you will be seeing videos coming from the 4090. But here we go. I'm going to move around a little bit.
Sit.
I'm not going to sit because I don't have time. So let me go outside. How about that? Try to boss me around like sit. Who are you talking to? All right. So everything feels great in the browser, you all. It looks very good as well. It's smooth. And again, this game is taxing now. If I put everything on high settings or whatever, if I turn ray tracing off, of course, we're going to get better performance. But I'm just trying to show you a real world depiction of the settings that I'm using right now, okay? But for future videos, keep it locked on the channel. You all subscribe today, hit the like button and all that stuff, because I will be going live on so many games. Okay, now to be able to do this at all in the cloud, you all, I will get the same performance using my actual RTX 3080 tier. So if you're looking at that counter and you're like, oh man, I thought I was going to see 120 frames per second, then I'm sorry, not sure what world you're living in, but only the 4090 makes that possible. All right. So we're just going to tour the city real quick, let you all see what's going on. Let's go ahead and, can I sprint? Forgot which button. I don't think they'll let me. Oh no, don't throw a grenade. Don't throw a grenade at the. Wow. Police warrant issued. I'm going to leave it right there, you all. I think I just blew something up or somebody. But until the next video, there's 3 things I need you all to do as always. That's keep it safe, keep it positive, and keep it gaming. I'm out of here. Keep it locked to the channel, though, you all, because I'm going to be streaming Hitman 3 as promised the other night when I was streaming Shadow of the Tomb Raider in the Chrome browser. I can't believe how well it works, how good it looks, and how well it feels with ultra low latency. But that's the beauty of the RTX 3080 tier, guys. I'm out of here. Hope you all have a safe, productive, happy gaming session. I'm out of here, you all. Peace. But not before I show you all the actual PC app that I just told you about earlier. All right, so here it is right here. This right here is where the highest performance happens, as well as a suite of features. All right. So with that being said, keep it locked.